Hello and welcome to the Tuesday Tell-All. I'm Bobby Fazio. This is the Driver Interviews channel, Driver Interviews with Bobby Fazio. At Driver Interviews is the handle. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, share it with a million of your closest friends. How's everybody doing out there? I got some bad news from Rodney Cagle here. Don't think I'll be able to make it tonight. Changed the oil on Monkey and it came out shiny. Driving from Ohio to Michigan with the rig right now. That is not good news. I hope it all works out for you, Rodney. There's Walt Walker. Let's go. Happy Tuesday. Walt, what's going on? 8:30. Is everybody getting used to the 8:30 time yet? Because I'm not. I was a little late tonight. I'm 4 minutes late right now. So it's a little crazy here. What's going on, Anthony Lombardo? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining us. Russ Abrams from hot and muggy Michigan. Yeah, it was a little warm here today, too. It wasn't too bad. Probably about 80 degrees. Practicing shifting my Jericho in the living room. Winner. There you go, buddy. All right. 4-speed or 5? I'm guessing you're a 4. That's an old Pontiac, right? James Greasy, what's up, Bobby? How you doing, buddy? Ray Thurston, Walt, you blocking at night again? Awful early, pal. Where that Fazio at? Ray, man, Ray stays up. Ray's extra funny when we're at 8:30 versus 9 o'clock. I think his wit is a little exhausted by 9 o'clock. Tom Baker's in the house. What's going on, Tom? How you doing? I know Walt's gonna have a nice rebuttal for Ray. Congrats to Chuck Stubeck for winning the Super Stock at Top Gun Dragway. That's Fallon, Nevada. All right. I was wondering if there were any results from that race. So thank you very much, Tom Maioli, for letting me know about that, because I totally forgot that race was even happening last week when I was covering that. Doug Deck, what's going on, buddy? 4 o'clock, late light, right? How you doing, buddy? Hit that like button. Thank you, Ray. I agree. I think everybody should do that. Hit that like button. Remember that 8:30 start time finally locked in from Michigan. All right. What time is it in Michigan then? 7:30? It can't be 8:30 out in Michigan, can it? Craig Gaultieri, good morning. Heading to Bristol tomorrow. Craig Gaultieri. All right. Dude's hot this year in that little red Cavalier. George Wright, hello from the Motor City. What's going on, George? George, you were racing at Norwalk this weekend, right? I'm pretty sure I saw you on there on the big screen. Terry Nolan. How you doing, Terry? Oh, I love Terry Nolan's car. Oh, that thing is beautiful. So is Paul Gunther's car. What's going on, Paul? How you doing, buddy? Paul's got that beautiful red Mustang that I drove a couple years back at the Nationals at Maple Grove. Factory GT. All right, everybody. Let's go. Can't get it done. Can't get it done without making a couple announcements here. Driverinterviews.com is my website. Like I said, like, share, subscribe. Use hashtag the car show if you're posting any pictures or videos of your stock and super stock rides. We've fully taken that hashtag over, and I love it. I even have the little stickers for anybody that wants them. It's a little hashtag the car show. You can throw it on your car. All right. So make sure you find me if you need that. I won't be in Bristol this weekend, but if you're at any of the races that I'm at, I always have them on me. Lupe Tortilla. Got my Lupe Tortilla shirt on right now. Thank you, Lupe Tortilla. TexMex.com. Get yourself a spicy pineapple margarita if you're in Houston, San Antonio, Austin, or Dallas, Texas, right? Why wouldn't you? Food is so good. Can't wait to get down there. Hoping to be in Dallas again this year. Would love to be there as the Jegs All-Star rep in Stock Eliminator, but some stiff competition in Division 1. I'll see how I can do. I'm in 3rd place right now. I got Allison Dahl in 2nd place, and I got Matt Lisa in 1st place. So two tough drivers there that I'd have to get around. We got 2 races left. DragonSites.com. Check out your stats. Check out your opponent's stats. All right. Go in with a game plan. Do not try to race without a game plan anymore. Okay. It's 2024. It's not 1980 anymore. Okay. You got to be ready. Got to be dialed in. You got to have a strategy for your opponent. Check out their average ET, their average reaction times, what lanes they like, where they qualify, where you qualify, what your stats are, how your average reaction time is, where you need to improve. DragonSites.com can help you out. Free membership to check out your stats. Premium membership to check out opponent stats. All right, $79 a year makes you contingency eligible. Don Kennedy Race Car Insurance. All right, guys, if anybody saw what happened this past weekend, it makes you really think twice about insuring your race cars, right? Don Kennedy can get you set up. 602-284-6240 or 1donkennedy@gmail.com. You know how expensive it is to replace stuff? You know what? I was just saying this last week, by the way, because Progressive raised my insurance. Every 6 months, they raised it 9.8%. Then they raised it 11.6%. And the time before that, they raised it like 12%. So I don't know what is going on right now. But I do know that as much as I don't like paying for car insurance, I would rather that than have to pay for anything to get fixed right now in a body shop because I can't imagine how much it costs. Probably double or triple what it was 4 years ago. So Don Kennedy, Race Car Insurance, he can help you out, right? And all the policies are written through Haggerty, by the way, which is not some cheap dime store insurance company like I have here with Progressive. Fuel Factor X, increase your fuel mileage, guys, gas or diesel, all right? Gas is expensive. Diesel is even more expensive. I don't know what it is where you live, but where I live, it's super expensive, and I'm kind of glad I don't have a diesel motorhome. But anyways, there's a Father's Day sale going on right now for Fuel Factor X, 25% off. And I just want to share with you real quick. I told you the results that I got. I was getting about 1.5 miles per gallon more when I went down to Gainesville and back. Doug Deck, who is a listener here, he sent me his results. He started using it a couple weeks ago, and he used it to go to Earlville, Iowa. So he tracked his mileage here, and here's what he got. So he told me he just had firsthand experience using Fuel Factor X to and from Earlville the past couple weeks. He had the bed of his truck packed, towed a 24-foot trailer, fully loaded with golf cart and everything. Okay, on this trip, he towed a few hundred more pounds than usual. Normally, he gets about 6 miles per gallon, he said. But heading to the track on this 5.5-hour drive, he got just under 9 miles per gallon. All right, that's 108 more miles on the 36-gallon tank. So he really stepped it up in his car, or truck and towing vehicle. He left the trailer at the track, did a round trip on the same route with the fully loaded truck, so not towing, but with just the truck, he got 4 miles per gallon more on the way to and from the track because he wasn't towing anything. He just had the truck bed loaded up. And then on the way back from the track, he said he got slightly less than he did on the way there because he kept the transmission, it kept dropping down to 7th gear. So I'm assuming there was a couple more hills on the way back. So he didn't get quite as much, but he still did great. And man, that's impressive. So thanks, Doug Deck, for tracking that mileage and letting us know what's going on with Fuel Factor X. If you guys want to try it, there's a link in the show notes right now. And like I said, it's 25% off right now with the Father's Day discount. So you might want to stock up. All right. And we got Kenwood Welding and Metallizing. That's Tom Baker. Thanks for everything you do, Tom Baker. We appreciate it. Tom's one of the OG sponsors. Him and Don Kennedy were my first two. And Tim Stickles. I got to give Tim Stickles a shout out, who was a semifinalist in Epping this past weekend. Double O Green Hand Cleaner. That's Ambi Ambersand soap. Get your soap, get your hand cleaner. This Double O Green, you can see the logo down in the corner of the screen right here. Contingency eligible. So you can get it on Amazon now as well. So check that out. They're quick pairs. I use it in the garage. I love it. Smells good, works good, and it doesn't leave that weird, like, filmy, like, you know, when you use like Gojo, you definitely got to wash your hands after you wash your hands with the Gojo. You don't have to do that with this Double O Green. So I kind of like it, and I highly recommend it. And we got PontiacEngines.com. Last but not least, Bruce Fulper, Mr. 428. How you doing? He's already here. He's thinking about putting a Jericho in his Pontiac there, so he'll be shifting gears manually, the way they ought to be, right? All right, let's get to some comments and let's get going here. So, where did we leave off? Steve Lochner's in the house. What's going on, Steve? How you doing, my friend? He came down to Maple Grove to support me. And working on his drone skills. He's got a drone. He's taking some good footage, I'm seeing. So we might have to incorporate his drone skills into these interviews and these racing videos. George Wright was running stock and super stock. All right. How'd you do, George? I was trying to pay attention, but I lost out on a couple rounds there when they ran the whole race on Saturday. Brett Steven, good evening, sir. How you doing? That 67 Mustang. Love that car. Michigan is the same time as me. Wow. Is it? All right. How about that? I don't know my time zones. I'm not going to lie. Congrats to Jeff Dona. Grumpy old man makes it happen. Jeff Dona is a killer out there. I think that's 9 divisional events he's got now in that Firebird. Nice, pretty Firebird, by the way. 98, 99 Firebird. Michigan is the same time zone as NJ. All right. Thanks, Russ Abrams. I appreciate it. Mark Sargenti, what's going on, Mark? How you doing, buddy? Mark owns that Mustang over my shoulder right there, the silver one. Pete Astor, how you doing, Pete? Pete's one of my crew guys, too. He comes around all the time. Not only that, he helped rebuild my whole house because we had to renovate this place. How you doing, Pete? James, J.R. Haddad, how you doing, buddy? I saw you were racing this past weekend, too, right? So good to see you on here. I'm glad you can join us now because I knew before you couldn't at the old time. Still got a half hour to go. That's not as far as I thought it was, huh? Pete Lanciers, what's going on? Pete, you're not at a San Diego Padres game tonight? Are they not playing tonight? They have the night off, which means you have the night off? Good. I'm glad you're in town. I'm glad you're visiting us right now. Anthony Lombardo, that's huge. Congrats, Doug, on that increased mileage. I know Doug killed it, right? What kind of truck, Doug Deck? Yeah, where's Doug? Is he here right now? Hopefully he chimes in. Somebody send him a text and reminder that we started 8:30 and not 9 o'clock. Dennis Chapman, what's going on, Dennis? How you doing, buddy? Dean Oliver, the carburetor guru specialist, is in the house. Oh, man. How you doing, Dean? We got to meet Dean when I was down in Louisiana, so watch the videos from down there, Stock Eliminator. You can meet Dean, too. Really nice guy. I talked to Dean Oliver for about a half an hour, and I feel like I learned carburetors more in that half an hour than I did in like the last 30 years of my life. Howdy, Justin Graham. How you doing? Epping looked epic. Congrats to the national D3 and D5 winners. I know. No good. Oh, that's all right, George. We've all been there and done that. F-150 with EcoBoost and the full tow package. Doug Deck is in the house. There he is. Thanks, Doug. All right, did you get that, Pete? I think Pete was asking. Brad Smith's in the house. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Pete Lane says F-150 with EcoBoost and full tow package. Fingers crossed Rodney Keiko's motor is good. That's a 396, 325. Rodney, you're going to have to make that thing extra good after this year, pal. I hate to break it to you. Craig Harris, there he is. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining, Craig. I appreciate it. All right, we got some birthdays. Who we got? This is the Drag Insights birthdays from the home calendar. We got Jeff Parker and Jimmy Johnson. Hey, Jimmy Johnson. He's probably a member on Drag Insights. What can I say? May 30th. Happy birthday, Jeff Parker and Jimmy Johnson. We got Jim Storms and Matthew Baralt, who was racing up in Epping this past weekend, and their birthdays were on June 2nd. Happy birthday, Jim Storms and Matthew Baralt. And Michael Fenton is today, June 4th. Happy birthday, Michael Fenton. That's the Drag Insights home calendar. It's got the birthdays. It's got the race calendar. It's got the race info. And that's the only reason I knew that Top Gun Fallon, Nevada had a race going on, an open, if you will. So I can't find results on that anywhere else. So somebody let me know. I think Chuck Stubeck, was it a combo? If it was a combo, Chuck Stubeck's the guy. And Chuck Stubeck's car is freaking awesome. And I did an interview on Chuck Stubeck's car. That is a 446 pack. What is that? A Roadrunner, I think. Man, that thing is beautiful. It's green. Check that interview out. Google that one, or not Google it. YouTube it. You'll find it. All right, what else do we have? I got the Clemens Concrete Stick Shift Nationals coming up June 14th and 15th. That's where I will be that weekend. I know Division 2 has a national open, has a divisional, Lucas Oil Series divisional going on that weekend, but I will be at this stick shift race because I was here last year and it was so freaking awesome. $10,000 to win, 0 entry fee, free entry. All right, you need a stick car. It's 8th Mile Racing. Go have at it. All right. Oh my God, I wish I had one ready. Anyways, I'll be there streaming the race and doing interviews. I can't wait to see that Charlie Brown, that wagon, Mike Boyles, I think his name is. I want to put a camera in that thing. I think he sings that thing up to 9,500 RPM. A lot of the cars there do. And I hope Robbie Drone's going to be there. I don't know where he's going to go because D2, or is he going to come to the stick shift race? Hopefully he comes to the stick shift race. We got a triple 5K in Division 1 in Napierville, Canada. All right, it's a national open, 2 national opens and 1 just 5K to win money, right? All put on by Gaff Tech Solutions. That's Sean and Kevin Gaffney. So 5K, 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 3 chances to win, and you get 2 grade points. So it sounds like a pretty good deal. That is July 18th to the 21st, Napierville. We got the New Media Class Racer Nationals coming up. That's July 24th. And that's on a Wednesday. That's at New Media Dragway. That's put on by Kenny Mealy and Timothy Fletcher. And Ken and Tim, I believe, they're going to come on here and talk about it a little bit on Tuesday, June 25th, just so we can get a little bit more info on this race. So looking forward to that. That's always a good time there. New Media is a beautiful track. Here is a flyer for that race right here. I brought it up a couple times, but it's $5,000 to win. Stock versus super stock in the final. Runner up gets $1,000. And Gutters by Design, that's Tim Stickles, is sponsoring stock. And Shane Oakes is sponsoring super stock with his Oakes landscaping business. There's also a top 8 index race. I want to learn more about this. I believe the way I interpret it, the top 8 qualifiers in stock and super stock will just run off. I don't know if it's a CIC race or if it's just like a class combo type of thing. You just run off the index. There's no breakout, and whoever gets there first wins. That sounds good. It's no entry fee and $1,000 to win in stock and $1,000 to win in super stock. So it sounds pretty cool. If you lose early in the main event, there's a second chance race. That is a $100 entry fee to win $1,500 and a fire suit. Runner up gets $500. Semis gets $100. So I think that's capped at 32 cars. So that's another bonus race we got going on there. That is all end of July there at New Media Dragway. That is July 24th. So July 24th to the 28th, we have that Class Racer Nationals. We have a Division One points race, and then we have a National Open if you want to stick around and get an extra grade point. All right, I believe that's how that weekend is going down. All right, you all know about the gambling that's going on in NHRA. Did anybody try it this past weekend, or is it coming up this weekend? This might be the opening weekend for it. Bristol might be the first time it happens. So if anybody does it, let me know how it works and if you win any money. I'm curious to find out. I have not signed up. I don't know how to sign up, and I really don't know enough about pro teams to be betting on them. To be honest with you, I would think Eric Enders wins all the time, but Troy Coughlin Jr. beat her this weekend. And I guess John Force won this weekend, so I guess he's still good. I don't follow the pros, like that much anymore, so I don't really know what's going on. If you have a hot tip though, let me know so I can make some money. All right, what else do we have here? Well, let's just get to some results. What do you think? We were at New England Dragway for the Nationals, the New England Nationals, and it was interesting to say the least. The weather was phenomenal, right? But I don't know. I was watching qualifying. I kept seeing a lot of cars spinning off the line, so I was a little concerned about that. I don't really know what the New England track is like. I was there one time back in 2015 in my stalker in the Black 50 up there, and that's when I was going like 12 O's, 12 teens, and I spun off the line. And I lost first round. And then I went back to the pits. I was all pissed off, obviously. And then my easy up tent, gust of wind blew it, and it fell over onto my car. And I was like, I just need to get out of this place right now. And that was how my experience went at New England. But I do hope to get back there eventually, and definitely in Super Stock when only 30 cars are going to show up, and it's only a 5-round race. But anyways, I noticed a lot of cars were spinning in the qualifying, and then I was watching it. I was trying to see who was doing what, and I saw Pat Glade run, and he blew his tires off in Q1. So this was Q2, and I had a feeling that he's now there's only 2 qualifying sessions. You got to get down the track, and he was in the left lane. He hooked hard in the wheelie to the right, almost hit the tree, I think. And then corrected it, and the car just spun around and hit the wall. And it was unfortunate to see, because anybody that knows Pat Glade, he's like a younger dude running super stock, and I don't know if he's, he seems like he's out there on his own. I mean, he's got a lot of friends at the track because he's a pretty popular dude. But I mean, I don't know if he has a whole lot of financial backing or like support like that. He's out there on his own. He's a hardworking guy, and he's a nice guy, and he helps everybody. He helped me, plugged a flat tire. I forgot to mention this last week, but when I was at Maple Grove, I made a run, came off the scale, was headed back to the pits, and got a flat tire, front driver side tire, flat, boom. So I'm stuck on the return road. Pat Glade, Dwayne Hoven, and Marty Reinhardt came over. Marty Reinhardt had a plug kit. Dwayne Hoven had the air tank, and Pat Glade plugged it for me. Like, the racing community, man, what can you say? And that was cool. But Dwayne filled my tire up. Pat, plugged it up. Boom, drove back to the pits. And that's the kind of help you get in Division One. That's the kind of help that Pat Glade, gives everybody. I mean, whether you know him or not, he's just a helpful dude. So to see him smash this car up was like heartbreaking. And I know that Michael Iacono put out a GoFundMe. They were trying to raise $10,000 for Pat to get his car fixed. And I shared it on my Facebook page. I saw Warner share. I saw a lot of people shared it. And as far as I know, it's up over they have already raised over $9,000 for Pat Glade. So I believe the car is going to the body shop this week to see exactly how much damage it has. So I guess we'll find out. If I find anything out, I'll let you know. If anybody else finds anything out, please let me know. I'm curious to see what happens with Pat Glade's car, and hope to get him back out there. He's got Herbie Knoll's old car. I think he bought Herbie Knoll's old car, and then Herbie Knoll purchased a different car, a newer car. So unfortunate news there for Pat Glade, but very fortunate news that the racing community stepped up and supported him. So hope to see Pat Glade back out there. Let me know what's going on. Ronnie, change the cam while you were inside of that thing. That's a good point there, Tom Baker. Right? Oh my goodness. What's up, guys? It's a little late getting the Toto home ready for the Stick Shift Nationals. All right, that's Darian Houston. Can't wait, buddy. Talking to Dean Oliver makes you smarter, but you realize how dumb you were. Great guy. Ain't that the truth, right? Oh my God. Anthony Lombardo, his birthday was May 30th as well. All right. Happy birthday, buddy. Get into Drag Insights and put your birthday in there. Not all members in Drag Insights want to share their birthday. So, if they don't do that, I can't give them birthday shout outs. Shane Swayze, what's going on? Long time no see. Where you been, man? Thought you were starting to not like me anymore. Shane Swayze, how you doing? Stocks was a stock super stock combo out in D7. All right. Stubeck won race 1. Andy Kimball won race 2. And Chuck runner up. No way. Wow, he had a killer weekend. Excellent. Robbie will be at the Stick Shift Nationals. All right, that's Robbie Drone. Hey, Bobby Fazio, what's up? Walter Gamble, Fallon was a combo. Awesome. Can you share the GoFundMe page in the chat? I will. Ennett Morris, how you doing, buddy? It's on my Facebook page. I don't know if I can find it right now. If I try to find it under pressure, I'm going to screw it up. But I'll try and find it. Remind me before this episode is finished. All right, so we're going to Epping, New Hampshire. Number 1 qualifier, much to the dismay of anybody running a 396, 3.25 horse Camaro right now. Ralph Papura, E-Stock Automatic, 69 Camaro, qualified with a 1058 on an 1170 index. He was basically 112 under. There were 55 cars in stock eliminator competition this past weekend. And not only that, Ralph Papura parlayed that into a runner-up finish because he made it to the final round. He almost got the number 1 qualifier and the win, but he ran into Don Pyers, DJ Pyers, who is a phenomenal racer, by the way, and has a 69 Nova. We already said Ralph's got the 69 Camaro. Ralph's got the 396. Pyers has a 350 cubic inch engine in the Nova. But Brad Plord made a good point on Drag Insights, the event preview, the drivers to watch. He said DJ Pyers, which I came on and replied, absolutely, definitely in that part of town. But DJ doesn't race as much as he used to. So if you looked at his stats, it wasn't going to pull a whole lot of good numbers that would basically tell you how good DJ Pyers is. All right. So we had to go with some stats that were a little better looking than DJ Pyers, even though he's a phenomenal racer. Okay. G-Stock Automatic in the Nova. E-Stock Automatic is Ralph Papura. Ralph dials 1059, but he's a little late on the tree. He's got a 127 reaction time. You cannot do that against DJ Pyers. DJ dialed 1129. He's 036 on the tree, which is actually one of his worst lights of the weekend. And ran an 1134 on the 1129. Got the easy win down there, only going 105 miles an hour. Ralph Papura ran 1062 on the 1059, so he was also a couple hundredths over his dial. So Don Pyers, DJ Pyers gets the win. Congratulations, DJ Pyers. G-Stock Automatic, beautiful silver, high-flying 69 Nova. Love it. Hopefully it's on the TV. I love, love, love when we get hashtag the car show in both lanes doing wheelies. So thank you, Ralph Papura and DJ Pyers. We need it. We need all the press we can get. Moving into super stocks. That's DJ Pyers' second national event win, I believe, in 4 finals. I can't remember. He's been in quite a few finals. Number 1 qualifier in super stock. So Jack Mattias, Jumpin' Jack Flash, moved out of stock into super stock for this event and qualifies number 1 there. He qualified number 1 at Maple Grove the week before in stock. Now he's number 1 in super stock at the Epping national event. And let's see, what did he run? 911 on a 1020. He's 109 under the index. There were only 31 cars in super stock. And Jumpin' Jack's got a factory super stock F 2015 Camaro. So congrats, Jumpin' Jack Flash, on that number 1 qualifying position, man. Way to go. That's a nice, pretty car, too. He doesn't have anything that's ugly or dirty. Final round of super stock. We got the Joes, Battle of the Joes. We got Joe Lisa. We got Joe Santangelo. Both of them very, very capable drivers. Both of them driving 87 Camaros, 1987 Camaros. Both of them with 350 cubic inch engines. Both of them in the GT class. Joe Lisa's in GTI automatic. Joe Santangelo's in GTG automatic. Lisa's dialed 989. Santangelo's dialed 965. Lisa leaves first with an 013 light. That's the way Joe Lisa rolls, man. I'm not going to lie. Joe Santangelo 001 red flashes the red bulb. And you know what? Santangelo goes for it every time, man. He does not sit back. You can't sit back against Joe Lisa, but like he's aggressive up there. And by one gosh darn thousandth of a second, the red light gets him. So he ran 976 on a 965 coasting, and Joe Lisa goes down there, runs a 987 on a 989. He stayed in it pretty long, but he only went 127 miles an hour. So I guess he dropped it down there and still broke out by a couple. Would have been a hell of a race then. I guess it would have been nice to see what would happen down there at the finish line. But congratulations, Joe Lisa. That is his third national event win. And that's his second win in super stock because Joe ran stock for many, many years in the car that Matt Lisa now drives, the 68 Camaro. All right, so congrats to our winners and number one qualifiers up there in Epping, New Hampshire for the New England Nationals. They got to race a couple rounds on Sunday. I liked that. And I wish we could do that more often. I think stock got 3 rounds on Sunday. I believe super stock only had 2 rounds on Sunday because they only had a 5-round race. I think that's how it went down. But anyways, we need that stage time because it's been the norm this year, and I don't like it. And it's going to happen again this weekend in Bristol. It's been the norm to, especially for the 3-day races, to qualify on Friday and then race, early morning Saturday, do the entire pro sessions, however many they have, 2 or 3, and then I think it's usually 2, but it might be 3 at Virginia, and then run stock and super, run the sportsman at night after the crowd's gone. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan because I think at Bristol this weekend they're going to have them down to just 4 cars for Sunday. So the Sunday crowd is really that's about the only time stock and super stock's really going to be on the stage is Sunday, and they're only going to see 4 cars. Not a fan at all. All right, but what can you do? We can only petition the NHRA to try and help us out, and we can just see what they say. All right, let's move it into Norwalk, Division 3, Summit Motorsports Park, one of the best divisionals in the country. It was plagued by a little bit of a poor forecast on Sunday, so they had to get this whole race in on Saturday. I was trying to get out there and just to see what it's like. I'm hoping. I really, really want to do this next year. I can't keep letting this one get by me, but 71 cars in stock Eliminator, which I think is kind of light. I think it usually gets more cars than that. There were 69 cars in super stock. Number one qualifier in stock Eliminator was Scott Klinger, factory stock G. He's got a 2022 Copo, 1026 on 1135 index. He was 1085 under the index. Congratulations, Scott Klinger. And moving into the Eliminator, we had Ryan Rudrick in a 1970 Duster with a 340. Going up against Julie Bierman. Dude, Julie Bierman's hotter than a firecracker right now. 68 Firebird, 400 Pontiac engine, D-stock automatic. Ryan Rudrick, E-stock automatic in the Duster. Ryan, 007, James Bond on the starting line. 1134 dial-in. Julie Bierman's 040 on the tree. She dialed 1070. Julie won the Route 66 Nationals, by the way. Now she's here in the final round at Norwalk Divisional. She runs a 1069.7 on a 1070, breaking out by 0.003 of a second, giving the win to Ryan Rudrick, who ran an 1136.9 on an 1134 dial-in. Julie was locked out by Ryan Rudrick's 007 and over by 29 thou. So that is a 36 thou package. Julie Bierman had a 40 thousandths reaction time, locked out. You'll hear Alan Reinhart say that. No chance, no way, locked out. All right, that's how that works. If you don't understand that, by the way, send me a private message. I'm always happy to explain this stuff to people that are new to stock and super stock drag racing. So congratulations, Ryan Rudrick. I don't know how many wins he's got, but can't remember if I read that was his first win or not. Somebody else knows. Let me know. All right, Paul Gunther supplied the GoFundMe link there, Anthony. So if you want to check that out, there it is. Thank you, Paul. And at Morris, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining us. Motor and Trans is out. There's Pat Glade. Pat, we're glad you're okay, buddy. And thanks for helping me out at Maple Grove. I appreciate it. Hope you're all good to go. DJ Pyre's 4th national event win. All right. Thanks, Tim, for the correction there. 4th national event win. I thought he was in 4 finals, so I was inaccurate with that. Tim Stickles. Tim raced Pyres in the semifinal. Who has Rampy's old car right now? The Camaro? Who does have that car? I know who has that car. I think it's Don Shuford. I think Don Shuford might have that car. Somebody check me on that. Vic Gilmino, what's going on, Vic? How you doing? Amcam, Don Shuford. Thank you. Walt Walker's quick, man. He's good. He's very good. Right. Thank you. Thank you. Sullivan, not Sullivan. Herbie Sullivan has Jimmy DeFrank's old car, Tom. So I'm sure both of them are very, very good cars. All right, moving into Super Stock. Number one qualifier, Super Stock K Automatic, 88 Camaro. How about this? Earl Rowe out of Newark, Ohio, 1020 on an 1125 index. So basically 105 under the index, 69 cars in Super Stock. Not a bad field, right? And in the Eliminator, we had Jeff Dona. So Jeff Dona's got a 98 Formula Firebird. So that's got the 350 LT1, I'm assuming. And Pete Diagnolo, you've heard his name a lot the last couple of years. He's got a Super Stock C modified stocker, 67 Camaro, 310 cubic inch Screamer, I believe, with the hood scoop, as is the norm in modified Eliminator. Jeff Dona's Super Stock H Automatic. Jeff dials a 972 in this final round. He's 027 on the tree, and you got to be good against Pete Diagnolo. Pete dials a 946. Pete's got 5,000 on the starting line. Pete's 022 on the tree, runs a 947.4. He's 14 thou over. Dona is dead on 972.5 on a 972. He's 5 thou over. So there we go. We got a 32 thou package for Jeff Dona. We've got a 14 and 14, right? No. What do we got? 22 and 14. What's that? 36. So we got a 36 and a 30. Oh, yeah, I just said it. 32 and a 36. So 4,000ths margin of victory down there at the finish line, if I did all that math correctly. And I should do all that math correctly because I am a math tutor, but I've been doing hard math all day, and my brain's usually fried by the time I get to you guys. So congratulations, Jeff Dona, on a close victory, we'll just say, down there at the finish line. Jeff Dona, I believe that's 9 wins for him. He is killer tough, man, and he is killer fast, too, in that Super Stock H Automatic 98 Firebird. Congratulations. Winning the Norwalk Divisional would be a special feat. I would love to do something like that. All right, moving into D5. That's Earlville, Iowa. I think that's, Tri-State Raceway? And not too far from the Field of Dreams, by the way. If you're racing at Earlville, Iowa, and if I ever do, I'm definitely going to the Field of Dreams because I like that movie and I want to see the baseball fields. So if anybody has checked that out, let me know. Number one qualifier. He was here earlier. Hopefully he's still here. B-Stock Automatic, J.R. Haddad out of Winnipeg. 2015 Camaro. 1022 on an 1125 index. He's 103 under the index. 76 cars in stock Eliminator out there in D5. That's a nice car count. Moving into the Eliminator. Who we got here? We got Alan Wick in a 68 Dodge Dart. Love it. Hashtag the car show. Going up against Larry Dyke in a 19 Camaro. 2019 Copo Factory Stock B. Alan Wick's in a F-Stock Automatic. So Alan dialed 1123, was 039 on the tree. Not a bad light. But when your opponent, Larry was 179 on the tree, that hurts. And Larry was a lot better than that most of the day. So I guess just got a little gun shy there in the final round. Who knows? But he ran a 917. He had a breakout trying to get there, but he was completely locked out of that race by Alan Wick. So congratulations, Alan. I believe, I don't know how many wins that is for Alan. That's not in my notes. Sorry, guys. Should have had that in there. Bill Marshall, what's going on? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Congrats, Alan Wick. All right, Aiden Patterson, number one qualifier in Super Stock 2014 Camaro Factory Super Stock F. He's been number one qualifier a couple times this year, I believe. 911 on a 1020 is 109 under the index. 35 cars in Super Stock. Man, not even half the amount of cars that there were in stock. Congrats, though, Aiden Patterson. In the Eliminator, it was all new Camaros, baby. John Harder in a 2020 Copo Factory Super Stock A going against Jay Story in a 2022 Camaro Factory Super Stock C. Jay Story dials 899. How about John Harder? 825 dial-in. Whew, he's flying. 105 on the tree, but that's okay because Jay Story was 003 red. 0.003 of a second too soon. Jay Story was leaving first, so John Harder might have seen that, and that might have affected his light, and that's why he was 105 on the tree. He ran at 821. He runs it all out at 162 miles an hour. This is in Super Stock, Factory Super Stock A, man. These cars are flying nowadays, aren't they? Congratulations, John Harder, on your victory. Took out some tough competition there. I took out Riley Spear and Brett Spear. Took out the husband and wife in second round and fourth round. How about that? Oof. And then had a bye in the fifth round and then won the final in the sixth round. We had an NMCA race at Bowling Green, Kentucky this past weekend. So it's the MicroStrategies stock class and MicroStrategies super stock. So Anthony Bongiovanni, a D1 standout, is sponsoring the stock and super stock classes there in NMCA. And how about this? TC Morris took home the big check, $4,500 they got to win down there. Man, we're racing in the wrong sanctioning body here, aren't we? TC Morris, $4,500 over runner-up Doug Duell. These are regular NHRA racers that we hear of a lot. And then Knox Blinko won $4,500 in super stock, getting the win over Kevin Gass. So that was a battle of the early Camaros. This is Jim Bailey who posted these results. Congratulations to all, and a big thank you to the Bowles family for their support in memory of Don Bowles Sr. And I actually have these results right here if anybody wanted to see them, because I wanted to point out that TC Morris and Doug Duell were in the final of stock. Knox Blinko and Kevin Gass were in the final super stock, but Mark Nowicki was the number one qualifier. He's a very regular NHRA racer. And then Doug Duell was the champ in Nostalgia Super Stock. How about that? He's got a 64 Plymouth Fury. I think it's a station wagon that I haven't ever seen. And that looks pretty cool, going 9 flat at 140 miles an hour. So congrats, Doug Duell. You had a good weekend out there in the NMCA world. Nice to see people supporting other sanctioning bodies. I like it. All right. What else? I wanted to make an announcement about the Stock Super Stock Association. This is the Mid-Atlantic Stock Super Stock Association that Rob Keister has kind of brought back to life, if you will. And we are going to have 2 weekends of racing. We're August 3rd and 4th at Cecil County Dragway, and we are September 7th and 8th at Cecil County Dragway. So 4 races total, $100 entry fee, $2,500 to win. And after those 4 races, we're going to have a little points tally there. And number 1 in the points gets $2,000. Actually, I think they get $2,500 at this point now. Second place gets $1,000. Third place gets $500. So a lot of money to be made there in 4 short days of racing. How about that, right? Thank you, Rob Keister, Mid-Atlantic Stock Super Stock Association, and Tom Baker for your sponsorship, Drag Insights for your points bonus fund, Lee Zane and Bud McNasby, and Rich Prizer, AAD Construction, and Hoops Fire Equipment, all putting up money for us to be able to race this. Oaks Landscaping, everybody's stepping up here to be able to up these payouts. $100 entry to win $2,500. That's pretty amazing. And then the points bonus fund sounds pretty amazing too. So we thank the sponsors. Couldn't do it without them. All right. Bristol. We got a national event this weekend. Thunder Valley Nationals. I've never been to Bristol, believe it or not. Again, another one that I keep saying I want to go to, and I keep putting it off. Well, this would have been a great weekend to do it. Forecast looks pretty good. 79 degrees on Friday, 78 degrees on Saturday, 73 degrees on Sunday, possible showers on Sunday. But you know, it's only like 40%, 45%. Can't go by that. So forecast doesn't scare me too much. What do we got here? We've got 49 cars in stock entered, 43 cars in super stock. The schedule is not my favorite. It's a 3-day event. We got stock and super stock Q1 and Q2 on Friday morning. Pro Mod is there. Okay, so we don't know what could happen. Legends Nitro Funny Car is there. Mountain Motor Pro Stock is there. Factory Stock Showdown is there. And Top Dragster, Super Comp, Super Gas. Okay. All right. Could be fun. And then at 4:45, they're going to start with Pro Stock Motorcycle and run pros one session. Sorry, 1 session? No, 2 sessions. It just says Q1 2 times for some reason. So 2 sessions on Friday night. How about that? 4:45 Pro Stock Bike, 5:45 Funny Car and Top Fuel, and then again at 8 o'clock at night. All right. So they are going to do qualifying at night, Friday night, like they should. Okay, 8:30 Saturday morning, 8:30 Saturday morning, Stock Eliminator round 1. And they're going to do 2 rounds of stock and super stock in the other sportsman categories. Then they are going to start running pros at 12:30. I don't see anybody mixed in with them except for Mountain Motor Pro Stock. And that's pretty much it. Too fast, too tasty thing, challenge, whatever that thing is. I still don't even know what it is. And that's it. They're going to run 2 sessions of qualifying, and then they're going to go back to stock eliminator Saturday evening, probably about 6 o'clock, I'd say. And they're going to run 2 more rounds, round 3 and round 4. So probably between the hours of 6 and 8 o'clock p.m. is what I'm guessing, because it doesn't take that long to run rounds 3 and round 4 of anything. And then they start with Top Fuel on Sunday at noon. And this whole event will probably be concluded by about 5 o'clock at the latest on Sunday. So 5 hours of on-track action is what I'm going to anticipate. I don't know about that. Stock and Superstock racers from the Great Lakes Stock Superstock Association are racing at Mid-Michigan Motorplex this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right. Great Lakes Stock Superstock Association. Anybody out there near Mid-Michigan Motorplex, have at it. Don't miss it. All right, what else do we have going on this weekend? We have an NMRA Ford homecoming at Summit Motorsports Park. So this is in Norwalk. The weather looks phenomenal, by the way. 70s all 3 days and no rain in the forecast. So anybody heading there, have fun. All right, I covered all the results, and we even made sure that Fallon, Nevada was covered. So I think that's pretty much it. Did I miss anything? Nope. All right, so let's go over the points. First place in stock eliminator nationally, Justin Hutto. Okay, Jimmy Hidalgo Jr., Parker Theobald, Ross Ponville, and C.W. Hofer round out the top 5 in stock. Top 5 in super stock, Jimmy Hidalgo Jr., Craig Galtieri, he was here right now, Don Schuford, Trey Vetter, and Hunter Pierdola. All right. And then number 1 in all the divisions in stock, Cliff Hinson. Superstock, Pete D'Agnola, that's D1. Division 2 is Trey Payne III in stock, Jim Harrison in Superstock. Division 3, Grant Sarball in stock, Kenny Schindler in Superstock. Division 4 is Ross Ponville in stock, Jimmy Hidalgo Jr. in Superstock. Division 5 is Daryl Goheen in stock, Aiden Patterson in Superstock. Division 6 is Jody Lang in stock, Jeff Devey in Superstock. And Division 7 is Don Keene in stock with the big block stick shift 68 Mustang Cobra Jet, and Trey Vetter in Superstock. And that's a nice, beautiful yellow Camaro that does big wheelies. All right, that's your points, current points, if you will. And I think that's it. Be on the lookout for the Drag Insights National Event Preview, the Bristol drivers to watch in stock and Superstock. And just to let you guys know, I've been emailing NHRA about our records page and National Dragster. They're not answering me. So I'm going to try a couple more email addresses and make sure that we are still on board with this. This was crowdfunded, and I would hate to not have this, done. I was really looking forward to doing this. And if worse comes to worse, I'm just going to send all you guys your money back that sent money in. But I want to get this done, right? And the people that still have records out there, I want to see their names in the National Dragster, and I want people to be enticed to set records, okay? If anybody's looking to test on Thursday before the Stick Nationals, I'm looking into doing a track rental. Hit me up if you are interested. Need some cars to help with the cost. All right, and that's Thursday at Farmington Dragway, I'm assuming, Darian Houston, Farmington Dragway in North Carolina. All right, that's it for me. Everybody, thank you for joining, and have a good night. I appreciate all the sponsors helping me out here, and good luck in Bristol. I'm not racing this weekend. I am hoping to race Virginia national event June 21st, 22nd, 23rd. If anybody's dropping out, or if anybody knows if somebody's dropping out in stock eliminator, let me know. I'd like to get in, but it's not the end of the world if I don't. I don't put posts out on Facebook about that stuff, but I'll say it right here, and that's it. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Have a good night. Take care.